Hello? Hello? Is someone there?
Hey.
May I ask who I'm speaking to?
It's your brain, idiot.
That's a bit rude.
You're the one who started the trash talking. Oh, my brain's not working. My brain's not working.
I'm sorry I blamed you. I know it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
I know it hurt your feelings.
Uh-huh.
And I know you're doing the very best you can.
Correct.
In my defense, though, I wasn't aware you somehow existed completely independent of me and had thoughts and feelings that weren't my own, or that you could somehow operate a telephone.
Wow. What a sincere, heartfelt non-apology that was. Aren't you supposed to be making videos about your movie experiences in 2019? You've only made one so far, and it was boring and lame. Did you give up already?
No,
Well, you're keeping everyone waiting.
Yeah, I'm sure all 12 people who watched the first one are just clamoring for another.
Well, at this rate, you'll finish the last one by, what, 3019?
Look, I've been busy, alright?
Excuses, excuses.
I was working on it right when you called.
Mm-hmm. Sure you were.
But can you just call me back later?
Fine, but I didn't want to talk to you anyway.
Then why did you call me?
That's none of your business.
What? He hung up on me.
Don't you want me to tell you why I brought you here?
Yes, I think you'd better.
So, yeah, this video is about Dial M for Murder. I know it's not a new movie, but I saw it for the first time in 2019. It played at the Hippodrome Cinema, a little art house theater in this historic building in downtown Gainesville. I've seen several movies there, and the audience is always so well behaved, which is such a refreshing change from the horrendous behavior I'm used to at the big theater chain multiplexes. This time I went with my friends Margot and Louisa. I'm a fan of Alfred Hitchcock, and even have several of his movies in my collection, such as North by Northwest, Rear Window, The Birds, Rope, and Shadow of a Doubt. But I've still only seen a fraction of his filmography. I really enjoyed Dial M for Murder. Just like Rope, it takes place almost exclusively in one location, but it never gets stale because of it. It also helps that the performances are all great.
I'm almost resigned to living on what I can earn.
Well, you can always marry for money.
Yes, I suppose some people make a business out of that.
I know I did.
The film was shot and released in 3D. I didn't see it that way, but evidently Martin Scorsese is nuts about it.
It was a revelation. What at the time seemed like a really good Hitchcock picture suddenly became, I think, a great one. Something I went back to over and over again, even in flat version. I mean, when I saw it in 3D, Hitchcock, it seemed to use the 3D very expressively, and somehow the emotions, it deepened the emotions within this small apartment in Mayfair in London where the action is mostly set.
Take that, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Did you notice that giant phone and finger prop being used in that extreme close-up of the phone being dialed? I'll play it again. I'm guessing it was a creative solution to a problem. Like the unwieldy 3D camera rig couldn't get close enough to a real phone, so Hitchcock resorted to using giant props, allowing the camera rig to be further away. But that's just speculation.
But we know, don't we?
Imagine those giant props in 3D. I'm surprised Martin Scorsese didn't like Ant-Man.
And I hope you will enjoy the newly, beautifully restored version of the 3D masterpiece.
I'm torn. Part of me really enjoys the giant props. They have the same charm for me as miniatures, which are fun and adorable. And of course, creative problem solving tends to appeal to me. But part of me finds the lack of realness a little bit distracting, and it seems a bit too silly for a dramatic crime thriller. So I can't decide if I like it or not. Alright, let's settle this conflict with a coin flip so I can move on with my life. Heads, I like it. Tails, I don't. I guess I like it.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Sorry, I've got to take this. Hello?
Seriously? Dial M for murder?
Yeah, so?
You couldn't pick something from, I don't know, more recently than 66 years ago?
What's wrong with talking about old movies?
Oh, nothing at all. If you're somebody's grandpa.
Whatever. You're exactly as old as I am. You're literally part of me.
Hey, Alfred Hitchcock called. He wants to make a movie about you. It's called Dial H for Hipster.
I'm hanging up the phone now. What a dick. Oh, look at the time. I've got to take my totally normal-sized medication. But what I think I appreciate most is the attention to detail. There are so many moving pieces involved in this movie. Multiple objects integral to the plot being shifted from place to place, person to person.
That one she used to transfer from handbag to handbag. It was always with her. That letter became an obsession with me. I had to find out what was in it. And finally I did.
It's like watching a complicated sleight of hand trick slowly unraveling. It feels like it's tailor-made for a detail-oriented viewer like myself. It's also worth noting that when we saw the movie, it was one of the theater's Cocktails and Classics events. So part of the ticket price included a cocktail. Now, it just so happens that I've been trying a lot of new things in the last year or so I didn't even really start drinking until 2019. Completely in moderation, I promise. This Cocktails and Classics event was actually the first time I ever ordered an alcoholic drink. Nothing really sounded appealing to me at all, because I mostly just like wine and sangria, which weren't even on the menu. So my friend Margot asked the bartender to recommend something for me. He said he had sangria left over from the night before, so that worked out quite well.
Thanks very much for the drink.
It was delicious, and I had a really good time.
A very interesting experience. I'll be back shortly. Until then, good night.